Most Christians have never heard of the divine counsel. Yet some Bible scholars believe this idea appears throughout Scripture and helps explain some of the Bible's most mysterious passages. What exactly is the divine counsel? And why has it become such a popular topic among Bible students in recent years? The divine counsel is the idea that God rules over a heavenly assembly of spiritual beings. One passage often discussed is Psalm 82. The chapter begins by describing God standing in a divine assembly and judging other spiritual beings. For many readers, this raises a surprising question. Who are these beings? According to the divine counsel worldview, they are not equal to God. Instead, they are created spiritual beings who exist under God's authority. Supporters of this view point to several passages in the Old Testament where heavenly beings appear before God. The book of Job describes a gathering of heavenly beings before the Lord. The prophet Micaiah also describes a heavenly scene in which spiritual beings stand before God. These passages have led some scholars to argue that the biblical writers understood the spiritual world as an organized heavenly kingdom. In this view, God remains the supreme ruler. No spiritual being rivals his power or authority. The divine counsel does not replace God's sovereignty. Instead, it describes how God governs a larger spiritual realm. One reason this topic has gained attention is the work of biblical scholar Michael Heiser. Heiser argued that modern readers often approach the Bible with modern assumptions, but the original authors lived in a very different world. They believed in angels, spiritual beings, heavenly powers, and an unseen realm that interacted with human history. According to Heiser, understanding that ancient worldview can help readers better understand difficult biblical passages. Not everyone agrees with every aspect of the divine counsel interpretation. Some theologians believe the passages refer to human rulers rather than spiritual beings. Others accept parts of the theory while rejecting certain conclusions. The debate continues among scholars and Christians alike. What is clear, however, is that the Bible contains many references to an unseen spiritual realm. Whether one fully embraces the divine counsel worldview or not, studying these passages can provide a deeper appreciation of how the biblical authors understood God's creation. The divine counsel remains one of the most fascinating and discussed topics in modern biblical studies. And for many readers, it opens the door to exploring the Bible from the perspective of its original audience.